now. Wow.
Yes, and I make sure to play the longest ones.
Big boys have all grown up. Okay.
Oh,
we
Deathgazer.
actually finally have a match.
Is this... Oh, Deathgazer versus BGT.
Sorry, BGT! Because it's a
Yeah, exclamation mark you got. You're right, you're right.
Okay, so Falco
Oh,
Puff.
Brandon with the tech skill, moving the camera. I didn't think he'd be able to do that. Good job, Brandon.
So Falco Puff, generally considered to be like a relatively even matchup.
This is that forward air. That's unfortunate.
So the Puff has pretty much all the same setups on Falco as she does on Fox for rests, but because of her Falco's poor recovery, pretty much any hit off stage below the ledge is going to kill.
A lack of hitbox on the up B means you don't even have to worry about getting hit by the fire. You just sort of kill them.
Well, yeah, that's true for the
up
for the initial the startup.
Yes.
But when it actually enters his Firebird phase, that's when it's actually you can trade quite easily with that hitbox.
Yes.
I feel as though
Ooh, that was unlucky.
Yeah. I feel as though he's playing so tentatively. I think he's just a wee bit afraid. And I mean, I don't blame him when you're sitting in front of Deathgazer.
Yeah. Deathgazer is an intimidating individual.
Yeah.
He's quiet, he's dressed in all black, and he brutally murders you if he gets a shine.
But it's important that you
Wave dash back grab is great.
have self-confidence in your play, because if you don't, how can you expect to beat anyone, never mind the person above you?
Is this TED Talks with Pat Sheezy?
I'm just saying, like,
you need to believe in yourself.
Well, confidence is so important in this game, and sometimes overconfidence is a bit of a slow and insidious killer, but it's so important to be confident in yourself. PPMD talks about that a lot, actually.
Yes. I'm trying to think of Deathgazer versus Puff, and I can't really think of too many. I'm sure he's probably played Charles's Puff in the past, but I was probably not in the scene for it. I don't know how much he's played Tamu. Probably not much. And we don't really have many UK Puffs, right?
I mean, we've got Maxi, who's the sort of up-and-coming name in the scene.
But yeah, he's super new. He's not new. He's new to the UK scene because Ireland were basically unheard of.
Yeah. But anyway, it seems as though Deathgazer's doing a good enough job. He's just doing. I think the way this match was meant to be played is you're supposed to back off, shoot the lasers, and sort of control as
camp
much
them
space
as hard as
possible.
they camp you.
Because I feel as though with every matchup where you put Puff
this could be.
Ooh, good move cancel. Any matchup you put Puff in, the Puff must always approach. If you approach Puff, you give her like such an advantage.
Yes.
But, so you must camp her out.
Which means losing that first stock is very bad.
Yeah. We have H-Box here today.
We do.
The
so
king
this is
of the ledge.
not even the best Puff you will be seeing today, unless H-Box gets finished. Ooh, good wave dash back down tilt. Unsafe option from the ledge. Gets properly punished. And that's like a thing with like these players that are sort of like just above mid tier. Is that the type of players that like won't miss the easy but important punishes, right?
Sure.
So there's oftentimes you'll be in a game and you're like, oh, I know that's bad. He needs to do this to punish it. But sometimes you choke, bad things happen.
Well, I think one of the main things about going from the difference between like a consistently good player and a player who gets sort of a variety of results is whether or not you can hit the tech skill which you're expected to have 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Because really, see, when you learn the tech skill in this game, nothing is hard. Like if you practice to an extent where you know the ins and out of your character and you know the ins and outs of your tech skill, nothing's hard. It's just whether you can reproduce it 100 times out of 100.
There's too many people that they'll talk about tech skill and they'll be like, oh, can you shine out a shield wave dash? And they'll be like, yeah. And then they'll like try it 5 times and do it once. And I'm like, you can't then.
It's not even that. It's the people who say, you say to them, oh, can you double shine wave dash or something like that? And they go, yeah, I can do double shines, I can do triple shines. And then you're like, could you play Fox, could you short hop for me? And they can't short hop. You know, it's a fundamental issue in people's understanding of what is required to become consistent and control of your characters, the pinnacle.
Deathgaze's got to play very careful here. Puff's in that juicy spot where it's last stock, so it doesn't really matter on the percent because any single stray badly DI'd hit like this could be... I'm can't think of like a better thing he could have done other than
I think he was actually going for the other hitbox of the fair, or
like the back hitbox or something.
Or I think
up air. Oh my word! No? It doesn't kill though. Up throw forward. Wow, Deathgazer, so accurate, so calm as well. Didn't panic. Lasered him 3 times and dafted him.
Well, that's the thing. Like, that's how you got to play against floaties. You got to wall them out, cap them, and not lose faith. You may lose a stock. You may take a load of percent. You may struggle to rack up the percent on your own, but you have to stay strong against floaties because you can't win by winning and having one crazy combo. You know.
Well, unless you're PPMD.
True.
Yeah. True. Fountain of Dreams. I assume Dreamland was banned, so pretty standard counter pick.
I think this is a really interesting stage for Falco. It's a really odd one for him to play on, I think, but I think players who understand the use of the platforms can like excel to such an amazing point in this stage.
Yeah.
Like if you're able to control your have decent movement and around the stage, it's crazy for Falco.
Especially with like the weird platform heights, you know if someone's like practiced. Because they just don't look. It's not that they look comfortable around the platforms; they just don't look uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like you know that weird height on a platform where you like no impact land when you short hop. Ooh, very nice edge cancel down air, and crouch canceling. He's gonna find a better like ledge option because he's getting punished for coming up with neutral leg a few times now.
I mean, a lot of people think that. People say, oh, but you can't get good at Fountain of Dreams movement because you'd have to learn every single height of every platform. But actually, you just need to learn the sort of the position. So is it above this point? Is it below this point? And what of my moves are effective?
Yeah, can I do this? Am I prevented from doing this by the platform? No.
Yeah, so Falco knows that the ranges at which his up tilt will go through the platform, which is most heights.
Yes.
and shine and things like that. So I think it can be definitely practiced.
I know Deathgazer actively practices like shine landing, which is so cool. When you get it, because it makes the shine builder platform a little more safe.
Yeah, I mean, Deathgazer just seems to be like his top priority is putting BGT in the corner, and as soon as he's there, just keep him there as much as possible.
He's not like fishing for a crazy down air kill off the side. He's quite content to just laser a few times, tilt a few times, throw out a few back airs, and make sure that he's nowhere near the center of the stage. Yeah,
he definitely shows that he knows the fundamentals of stage control and how to use them in order to his advantage.
Yes.
Because there's no denying that when you're in the corner against a person who's applying like safe pressure is like one of the most terrifying things in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And as long as he keeps doing wake up shine, it's just so hard to deal with, right? You know it's coming.
So that jab back here is really interesting. It shows that Deathgazer is getting a read on like aerial movement or non-crouch cancel movement.
Yeah.
Because you can crouch cancel that jab till the cows come home, but the fact that he was able to get it shows that you got a read on.
Yeah, he knows that he's not going to crouch cancel.
That's a great air.
Yeah, really catches him out, and that's even.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it requires so little to put Falco off the stage.
And then once he's off the stage, it requires also so little to make sure that he doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Especially when you have 6 jumps.
Deathgazer getting the first opening there is actually kind of catastrophic for BGT.
Yes, now this percent lead is. Although saying that,
good DI. Oh, not enough though.
Does he get punished?
0.
Down it. Oh, okay. He didn't. He missed the dash. Right, he cleans it up anyway.
Back here killed. Can't move it.
So that was really good for BJT. Evens it up when he had like a 70% deficit. Oh.
Take chase rest, no?
That was actually a really weird interaction with that platform. He, like, just sort of thumped down on it as soon as the up throw happened.
Yeah.
Good DI from Deathgazer to actually get to the top platform, though. Missing a wave land. And now this could be an opening. You see, it was just like the opposite scenario. So let's see how he tries to keep this stage. He's actually doing it way better this time. But again, as I say that.
But he gave it up straight away to go for an edge guard that probably was unlikely.
Yeah. I would have liked to see him just hold the stage and see what Deathgazer did with his recovery.
BGT DIing in the down air, obviously terrified of getting dunked at this point. But Deathgazer should read that and understand that he's a wee bit scared, he's a wee bit nervous, and Shane back here would probably catch that.
Oh, that could be. Yes, finally gets a read on that side B. Takes a game. Impressive. Considering Deathgazer looked like he was in solid control for most of that game, but one really good rest and one good edge guard at the end there.
Well, it just shows what Puff can do. She has that swing factor.
Tristan! Stuff's in front of the camera. The water bottle. I'll make sure these jabronis are doing their job right.
Which they're probably not, because they're from the NE.
I mean, Tristan isn't.
Yeah, he's from Southampton. That's even worse.
Yeah, that's like...
He once wore sandals to a tournament.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unforgivable.
Well, what is going on here?
Is Deathgazer going to take it? Okay. Just gets a shine.
Just, by the way, we absolutely take those. Especially as a Sheik main, if your opponent goes down there at the start of the game, I'm absolutely taking that to the bank.
Yeah, but then you get the awkwardness. Like, if you like forget to transform, and then they let you transform later on in the game, it's like...
No, because that's your fault. If you forget to transform Sheik, you don't deserve to be a Sheik main. Sorry. It's literally the fundamental core. Like, there's no technique that's more important.
Honesty.
There's no technique more important than transforming to Sheik at the start of the
Holding
game.
down the A button.
Because if you don't do it, you can't start a Sheik, so you can't play Sheik. the most fundamental piece of tech skill you can have. There you go. And of course, I would say the tech skill is holding A. Oh, goes to the back throw. I like it. He knows that Deathgazer fell into a bit of a DI trap there, and that he's probably going to be DI in the up throw away. We're also above the percent at which up throw rest is likely to connect, but I like it.
Ooh, weird.
He gets the shine out of shield.
I want to have a look at how much BGT like adapts to stage control, because in a lot of times in the last game he was just sort of like he's getting the stage control and then one sort of silly commitment and Deathgazer would have middle, whereas Deathgazer is a lot more calm, a lot less willing to commit to something and just sitting in the middle of the stage and making sure that he doesn't get anywhere near the center.
I mean, that's what's terrifying about Falco, though. Because Falco can control the pace in the match, so he can bust you in and out of stage control before you know it. Like, so
yeah,
there's only so much you can do.
Like, actually, Deathgazer giving up stage control a few times there with just like, oh, thought he might have actually connected with a strong hit of that.
I think Deathgazer got a landing read there and went for the up B. Not sure though.
Interesting. I wouldn't put it past him. See there again, Deathgazer on the outside of the stage just rolls in and then back airs. Okay, good. Evens it up. Gets the juiciest 2% of his life. Oh my word, that was that full hop there was a huge call out on his aerial movement. Oh my god, okay, Deathgazer's moving. Again, just the wall that Deathgazer produces. Again, no risk.
Yep.
And the crouch cancels as well, actually like reads the timing. And it gets
it.
That was a fantastic stock.
That is, I think that is literally how you play the matchup, what Deathgazer has just shown us there.
Get them on the outside of the stage, wall them out, get percent, and then crouch cancel till the cows come home.
I mean, the nair at that percent was a wee bit unsafe from BGT, but other than that, there was very little he could do about, other than invading his Deathgazer space and getting a read on movement.
It's really difficult to, like, this transformation you want to be like on the inside, because that way you get hit by anything, you can just attack the wall.
But then you're also trapped against the corner. It's a bit of a tech trap also.
True.
Because then it takes your tech options from like...
Yeah, in terms of like tech chase scenarios.
I mean, if you're super high percent, then yeah, but like... There are situations where you can take a 50-50 and...
turn it into a 75-25.
Oh no, like it was like a 12% chance and then it becomes a 50-50.
Yeah.
But... It's awkward because it's hard to...
Oh, wow. He gets it. Deathgazer deciding that that game was his.
Okay, now I think you're getting Tristan, X1, on commentary just now.
I have no idea where he is.
So I'll go and grab him just now.
Thank you.